do math. I don't get it. Advertisers look at two numbers to decide whether or not they're going to purchase ad space in your paper. Circulation is the number of publications that are actually distributed into a marketplace. Distribution is where the publications are actually going. So, if you don't have good numbers, something like this might happen. You want me to purchase ad space in your paper when you only distribute to 500 people? So that wasn't the best reaction. So what do you have to do? You have to understand the economics behind advertising. What makes them want to buy your paper? It has to do with the amount of reach you have. How many people are actually looking at your paper? Because who wants to advertise in a paper no one looks at? It's a waste of money. So how do you do that? It all comes down to one thing. Facebook! Prior to the increase in popularity of smartphones and other portable digital devices, the economic platform for advertising and publications used to be simple and direct. Advertisers knew the market that they were advertising to. They knew exactly where their papers were going and who was reading them. Now that everything is online, the whole world sees it. The advertising is not as direct to the consumer as it had been previously. This changes the once simple relationship between consumer and advertiser into a complicated equation between publisher, the advertiser, the internet, and the consumer. Many of the people that visit the Critic website are redirected there by Facebook. So if people visit your Facebook and redirect to your website, if you have more fans on Facebook, you'll get more hits on your website, and more advertisers will be willing to purchase online space from you. Dan Zarella, a social media scientist from HubSpot.com, came up with a theorem on how to get more Facebook followers and Twitter followers. Zarella explains his hierarchy in 3 main points. The first is that a person must be exposed to your content to ever have a chance of spreading it. This means that a person must be a friend on Facebook, a follower on Twitter, or on an email list to be able to share business content. Next, a person must be aware of the business's specific piece of content in order to share it, i.e., they need to open the email or view the tweet. Third, and this is the tricky part, a person must be motivated by the content to want to share it. The conversion rate at each part of Zarella's hierarchy, the number of people who will actually complete each step, can be expressed as a percentage. All 3 rates equal R naught, or the reproduction rate, number of shares, retweets, or forwards. Zarella took this model from a formula that predicts the number of new cases of an infection that a single cold will cause. If one person has a cold, that then gives that cold to 2 more people, and each of them give it to 2 more people, the R naught is 200%. Given a large enough population in a long enough time, the R naught of every idea falls below 1, and the idea stops spreading. In Zarella's hierarchy of contagiousness, F stands for followers. So that would be your followers, fans, or subscribers on Facebook, Twitter, or even on your website. While EO, AO, and MO all stand for the different levels of Zarella's theory: exposure, attention, and motivation. So for example, if a business has 10,000 Facebook fans and 100% of them are exposed to content. Only 1% pay attention, and only 1% are motivated to share that information. So the business-specific content is only shared once. The amount of shares, retweets, and favorites can make or break a newspaper. Publishers must optimize each step of the process, Zarrella asserts. Exposure, attention, and motivation, so that they can learn about what they can do to heighten their chances of their content being shared at every step of the process. More shares equals more hits equals more Benjamin.